So tell us just a little bit about your project, how you selected your topic, and how you connected to our theme this year.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm really quite passionate about immigration history. I think it's a really interesting aspect of America. And last year, my project was also about an aspect of immigration history. I did the First Red Scare and how thousands of Russian immigrants were deported simply for the fact that they were being Russian. Well, and so this topic relates to that because of the abuses that these immigrants faced and how they came, just with this American dream in mind and couldn't achieve it. So the triumphs and tragedies of my topic are pretty evident. It's pretty self-explanatory on the legislation page, I believe. It's on, it's yeah.
You can grab it.
It's, can I control it? Thank you. Easier. So this quote, I believe, explains it pretty well, how the triumphs are that the food safety was achieved, the Pure Food and Drug Act, the Inspection Act, the Food and Drug Administration, none of those would be here without the jungle. It was really a stepping off point for America's history of food and drug safety, which is really triumphant. And the tragic part is that that was never the intention of Sinclair, and that workers' safety was never addressed.
I have to say, I really enjoyed your broad use of primary sources and how you just bring them in from all different corners. The editorial cartoons, legislation. Were there certain sources or archives or collections that you found? Here's the treasure trove. This has all the stuff I need. When you were doing the research, were there?
Yeah.
How did you find it all?
Sure. I used the Library of Congress the most, and I used newspapers.com and the New York Times archive a lot too. That was really fun looking into all the newspapers. And there was also the Chicago Historical Society that I found a lot of pictures from the 1904 labor strike. But I think that the best source that I had was I had the privilege to travel to Chicago for research, and we went to the Newberry Research Library, and they had some amazing sources there. That's where I found A.M. Simon's Packing Town and J. Ogden Armour's The Packers, the Private Car Lines, and the People. And then those were amazing sources because the Armour book was one of the only sources that I had from the meatpacker's perspective, because the evidence was stacked against them so much that there was hardly anybody defending them. And then also I was pretty amazed by this, but I got to see the fire insurance maps of the Chicago meatpacking district. They were this big. They were the original ones, and flipping through them, it just shocked me how expansive it is. The meatpacking district supported 150,000 people, and that didn't really click until I was flipping through block after block after block of meatpacking factories. So that was the best. Sounds exciting.
was really impressed as a viewer, the way in which you use the medium to help tell your story. And so I'm wondering if you would maybe help talk me through how you thought about that, when you chose to let me click on something to go deeper, when you wanted me to go to the top to follow your narrative, how you thought about the story you wanted to create and the way in which the medium would help you do that.
I think the most, definitely the graph, the interactive graph is my favorite, one of my favorites. I think that really shows I'll just go to it. I think it really shows like how significant the growth of immigration and the change of immigration patterns, and showing it visually is a lot more impactful than saying how many immigrants there were. And then, yeah, there were some, I love the website format and how you can tell the story through so many different ways. I think the political cartoons, I really hope, each one I feel like tells a whole another aspect of the story, and I hope that that was conveyed. I really do love using those types of sources.
It definitely was a very rich experience as a viewer to have so many different kinds of things supporting your arc.
So as coming into this project with all of your knowledge of immigration history, was there anything that really surprised you, or what surprised you the most as you were bringing those ideas into this new project, this new theme?
I think the most surprising thing for me was how deep the level of corruption in Chicago and the level of how the immigrants, the workers, the meatpacking workers had no chance. Like, it wasn't just their jobs in the factories that were bad. They came home to houses that were built literally on top of dumps. The food that they ate was the same as everyone else's, so it was filled with these dangerous preservatives and weird substances, and particularly, I didn't talk about other food because that would take so long, but particularly the milk. They only gave them like half, it was half milk and half water, but then they colored it to make it more milky looking. They added like chalk to the milk. And so this was what they were giving, because the women weren't able to be home, this is what their babies were being fed. So even from the beginning, it was just so dangerous. And then, like clothes even, for example, what they bought is like stitched together from other clothes and really thin, and just is so hard for them to survive, and they're being taken advantage of from absolutely every angle. And that was quite shocking to me. I thought it was, originally going into this, I thought it was just the workforce, but it wasn't.
I think there's a hard tension, and you've spoken like 2 answers ago, between when you let a source speak for itself, like the way you described those cartoons, and when you as a historian have to step in and moderate for us, the viewer. What should you take away from that? And I'm wondering if you could talk me through how you planned that out, like your sort of what you were hoping to convey in your point of view, and how you wanted your words to do that versus when you thought you could let them talk. I'm just curious how that process went for you.
Sure. I feel like a lot of it came down to condensing the information, because I could have talked about this for 10,000 words if I had the chance. And yeah, I feel like there was a lot of sacrifice when it came to that, but I hope that the sources that I used on the side emphasized my words. That was my goal. So.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. There's a lot of research went into this.
And honestly, your annotations are so good, it makes me want to go and read all your sources. Yeah, your enthusiasm for your topic really shines through.
Thank you. Great job.
It's hard to do, the jungle is hard to stomach in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little bit when I started that I was like, am I gonna go vegetarian after this?
Yeah. That was my conversion.
Well, it was very nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking with you.